All right, let's talk about Ashanti and Nelly. Nelly is an American rapper. Ashanti is an American singer. They just recently announced pregnancy, engagements, all that good stuff, right? And I thought this was an interesting news. The lessons I'm going to extract out of this is not particularly coming from them. I don't know them like that. Obviously, we don't know enough. They're just getting started. I don't know. They got back together, not too long ago after breaking up for so long, right? So let me make sure that this is not making unnecessary noise. All right, good. All right, so they just got back together, and the lessons that I have here, some interesting lessons. Let me make sure my camera is showing properly here. Good. All right. Aha. All right. So I wanted to extract these lessons because it's very important that I continue to do what I do here, which is to encourage you that you too, you can have a good relationship. But sometimes things have to get worse before it gets better. All the time, as a matter of fact. Okay, dare I say all the time. All right, but it's worth it. Okay, it's a process that you have to go through. There is no anything that's worthwhile in life like diamond, like gold, that you don't have to go through pressure or heat, some kind of pressure, some kind of ups and downs that you feel like might take you out. But I want to encourage you that just hang in there. There's a process, okay, and there's something good at the end of that. That's really what they remind me. I don't know if that's their particular story, but as of this moment, that's what it is. They are being celebrated. They announced pregnancy, and they also announced a new engagement. Now, people have been speculating for a while about this, but let me just read this. I'm reading this from Linda EKG blog official. Shout out to Linda EKG blog official. Ashanti announces she's pregnant and engaged to Nelly. Ashanti has announced she is pregnant with her and Nelly's first child, and the pair are also engaged to be married after rekindling their romance last year. Okay, the couple broke the news of their engagement and pregnancy to Essence, and I quote, "This new year of my life is such a blessing, full of love, hope, and anticipation," Ashanti told the outlet. "Motherhood is something that I have looked forward to, and sharing this with my family, fiancé, and loyal fans who have been supportive of my career is an amazing experience." The foolish singer, well, she's not a foolish singer, the quote-unquote foolish, I think that's one of our most popular songs, singer also shared a video of her socials promoting her and Nelly's company Prove appropriately an at-home pregnancy test. In the video, Ashanti is seemingly preparing to go on stage when someone asks her how much time she's going to need. And a quote, I'm a need about 9 months. Interesting. Okay. The 43-year-old singer-songwriter says after finally emerging, this will be Ashanti's first child and Nelly's fifth. Jesus Christ. The 50, not bad, From I know Nelly had a reality TV show at one point that showcased all of his kids. He has some grown kids, right? He's 49 years old. Interesting. The 49-year-old rapper has a daughter, Chanel, a son, Cornell Jr., and also adopted his sister Jackie Donahue's kids, Sean and Sydney. Okay, that's making sense now. So he's adopted. I think his sister passed away from leukemia back in 2005. There you go. Nelly and Ashanti previously dated on and off for about 11 years before calling it quits in 2013. Wait, that was 11 years on and off? Jesus Christ. Then last year they got back together again. Yeah, we cool again, Nelly said last September, confirming his relationship with Ashanti. I think it surprised both of us, though. It wasn't anything that was planned. I think we're both pretty much doing what we do. All right, so that's that. Let me see. There's another post here. Let me see if there's another thing there. Oh, Ashanti and Nelly is officially engaged. So happy for them. All right, so this is not really an elaborate thing. They have a page here called Nelly and Ashanti. Interesting. So people are celebrating them right now. Now, here is the lesson that I really want to extract from all of this. Okay. One of the hardest things for human beings to do is let go. Sometimes you're holding on to just a very, very toxic relationship, and you're wondering if that person will ever change. Okay? There's no real reason for them to change. You are incentivizing bad behavior, what you might consider bad behavior. It might be you that you have problems, but either way, I'm guessing you consider the person to have bad behaviors, and that's why you're struggling, right? And one of the hardest things for people to do is to let go. Okay? And that's precisely something you have to do sometimes in order to make the most out of your life, make the most out of your love and life experience. You have to learn how to let go. If something is not working out, there's a message being passed to you. I know it sounds weird. It's so simple. It's not working, right? It's not working. And the fear is, what if I let go and somebody else comes to take my spot? Let me ask you that question again. What if you let go and somebody else comes to take your extremely painful spot? Is that really such a bad thing? Because think about it. Your experience you're having right now is not good. Okay. Now the other fear is like, well, it's not just all that bad. And then you find people start to really, they start to defend the very person that they're claiming that they're toxic, the relationship is toxic, the dynamics is bad, they're not having a good time. Then they will start to maybe it's not just that bad. And what happens is that people end up normalizing BS. Okay, they're normalizing toxic arguments end to end, back to back, on a daily basis, and they just like, they start saying after all, or they might say at least. When you start your sentence with after all or at least, that is bad. At least have someone. Right? At least I have someone to rock with, right? You might have heard people say, hey, fight for that marriage. You have to fight for it, right? There is fighting and there is fighting. There's a difference between fighting and fighting. What are you talking about? Ola, listen to me. Okay, listen to me. There is fighting for a marriage that is not going to work. There is fighting for a marriage, or fighting for the health of a marriage. Maybe you feel like there's some things you can do, but I'm telling you right now, part of that process is going to be to let go first. You have to let go first. Okay? If that relationship is meant to be, it will stand. But you're not going to know if it's standing all on its own, if it's sustainable, if you don't let go first. You're holding on to it, but you're not sure if it's sustainable on its own. You're holding on to it because you're afraid somebody else might take your spot, or that person might end up going away forever. Yes, they might be gone forever, but here's the thing. You can't really stop that. If that's meant to be, that relationship or marriage should break up, you're just making matters worse. You're building more trauma and resentment that another person's daughter or son will end up collecting in the future. Because it'll be very, very hard to bring trust back when you've gone through certain types of experience. So it's okay to let go. That does not have to be a permanent decision. I'm telling you, there's a reason why it's one of the hardest things for people to do. It's because it's highly rewarding, right? And also sometimes it's just your way of demonstrating that you're not going to tolerate any type of abuse, any type of mistreatment, any type of mistreatment of yourself, from yourself. We're not talking about the other person. We're talking about, that you deserve better, but you stay in that funky place and you're abusing yourself. That's what I'm talking about right now, right? And one of the ways to demonstrate that to either yourself or the other person is to let go. Demonstrate that you are actually worthwhile, that you deserve more, right? And when you let go, sometimes other people naturally will want to say, hey, they take this time to think about it. Maybe it wasn't meant to be, or maybe I've been taking that person for granted. But if you keep getting in the way of God, right? I always say that, stay out of the way of God. If it's meant to be, it's self-sustainable. Okay, that does not mean you don't add value to the relationship. But right now, it's in a funky place. You need to let go first. So that's what this Ashanti and Nelly news. That's what it represents. That's what it reminds me of wanting to come and share with you today. Like, let go of it. You know, if it's meant to be, they'll come back. Okay. Since 2013, it's 11 years now. So it is what it is. You know, I've heard of so many stories. I have so many examples of people that have broken up completely 5 years after they were divorced. They came back together because it was meant to be. Now, there's another group of people that said that will never be me. Once you let go, I was not talking to you. I was talking to people that it's not because they were a bad person. It's just that sometimes relationship will take a toll on you. It will go completely left. You have to let go first before you can clear up the cloud and see if there's actually something there for you to hang on to. All right? You have to let go first. Let go of it. It's a very hard thing to do. I'm not telling you that it's easy, okay? It's literally easier said than done because it's confusing. It's like the fear of the unknown. Like, what if you're already in that space? You're missing the point. The relationship is not really standing right now. And I'm talking about if that's the reality of what you feel, okay? So let go first. If it's meant to be, to come back and it will be better. Okay, you'll be much more matured. The other person will probably be much more matured, and you can treat each other even better without taking each other for granted. All right, but that's the Ashanti and Nelly news, and that's the lesson I wanted to extract from that. Let me know what your thoughts are. Okay, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's stuff in the tabloids. I don't follow the tabloids. I just get inspired by certain news and I bring that to you. All right, do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you are notified whenever we go live. And I'll be back in no time.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.